Okay, hi. So a lot of people have been asking me what is my story, and I wanted to share just a little bit of my story, and I'll just say where I'm at now, and then we will rewind all the way to childhood. And I won't go too deep into childhood, but we'll get to what I'm doing and where I'm at, and yeah. So my name is Nikki. If you don't know me already, yeah, my name is Nikki, and I live at this gym that is actually located in Thailand. I am actually from America, the United States. I'm from Florida originally, and I've been here for almost 2 months now. I've been in Thailand for about 3 months, 3.5 months. But during that 3.5 months, I had to go back to America because my mom passed away. Um, and getting into that, going to my childhood now. My whole childhood, my mom was always a really intense drug addict, drinking, drugs, everything. So I grew up thinking that it was cool in a way, and I started to get really bad into drugs. By the time I was 21, I was shooting up heroin. I was drinking every day. I was a stripper. It was bad. I was on Xanax every day, Adderall, you name it. I've done it. Smoked meth, everything. Um, right now, I don't do anything. So not even smoke cigarettes, and I was smoking cigarettes for like 15 years. So I'm completely sober, completely clean, and I've completely transformed my life. And that's kind of why I'm on YouTube now. Is now that I've completely transformed my life, I'm such a big motivator. I have such a big heart and a heart of gold. I really do have a heart of gold where I just want to share and encourage other people that are going through the same thing, that go through addictions, that go through struggles, that just feel like they're stuck in their life, because life is not easy. Life is quite difficult and hard, and there's not a manual to figure it out. And we just have to continue to make mistakes until we figure it out. And it seems like when someone tells you something else to do, you don't want to listen to them. You want to make your own mistakes and then kind of figure it out on your own, which is what I did. There was advice given, but I didn't listen. I was in my head, and I was very egotistic in a way about me doing certain things that I want to do. So anyways, going back to 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. When I was 18, I turned into a stripper. Yeah, I was a stripper for almost like 9-10 years. Secretly, my family really didn't know. My mom did. So going back to my mom, just didn't care what I did. And you know what? She was broken inside. So I already have forgiven her, and she literally just passed away, went to heaven not even 2 months ago. So, and there is no like hurt or pain from that. I feel that she is released from this earthly plane because there was demons that were holding her back. It wasn't my mom anymore. I didn't even know who my mom was. All she could think about was crack. All she could do was go smoke crack and use my grandparents' money to, get that money to get the dope. And that was just a cycle over and over again. So she wasn't even physically my mom anymore. And I already accepted that. And I kind of just, like, when I was younger, I would just kind of run away from home, even though I was still doing drugs and stuff. But I've never been as bad as my mom, but I got really bad where, like I said, I was shooting up heroin, I was smoking meth, I was prostituting myself, everything, anything. And it was just a mess. But also in my heart, I had like this deep desire to get out of it. And I truly believe that was God. And I do believe in Jesus now. And I think Jesus is an amazing person who walked this earth and performed miracles and helped many of people. So go you, Jesus. I follow you. I love you. And I pray a lot. So getting back to how did I get into martial arts? I'm 30 years old, and I really want to encourage people who are older like me. And we're not old compared, we're young. Everyone listen, we're young forever. I'm really spiritual now. I'm really into energy. I don't feed into the news or the bullshit. I didn't take the COVID vaccine, and I'm just sharing, my point of view, and there's no judgment who has or hasn't. I think that the control really is creating the fight between who has and who hasn't, and just the judgment. And it was hard, it was complicated during COVID. It just, like, the manipulation was real. Yeah, and just to me, it just doesn't make sense. So, but I want to encourage everyone that, whatever path you're on, to follow your heart, follow that feeling that brings you to love, that brings you freedom. And so, going back to in my 20s, I gained a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression. There was points in my life where I had to wake up and have like 6 shots of alcohol and beer before I could even talk to someone. So that was like, 23, 24, 25 when I became an alcoholic. I was just getting off heroin there. So I did heroin for a couple of years, got off that, but got on other things. Like, I was always really bad to benzos, so Xanax, Adderall. I was smoking meth for a while, like I said. So I just kind of dibble-dabbled in, all these different drugs, always high on something, always drunk on something, always trying to... And so that ruined my brain, that ruined my body, now that I've been detoxing for years, honestly, I'm still on this, like, huge detox where I'm actually... mostly, I'm like 90% raw vegan, and I don't eat meat, I don't eat dairy. I love high vibrational foods. High vibrational foods make you feel alive. Think about it. So, like, fruits and vegetables have this vibrant color. It's alive. It's nutrition. It's literally given to us from earth, from nature. Meat just doesn't sit well with me. And like I said, I am one of those people who, whatever path you're on, find that path and whatever makes you the happiest. What makes me happy, what makes me filled with joy when I eat fruit and it goes in my mouth, it is so like, like, I love you. You're healing my body. You're healing my cells. Like, it is absolutely amazing. So getting into cell healing and psychology and mindset coach and accountability coaching and all these things, I actually am. You see that most of my content is very motivational. And I have had a good amount of clients in coaching, motivational coaching, mindset coaching, being their accountability coach, empowerment coach. It's kind of all the same thing, but there's different like strands. Mostly mindset coaching, which is in like the holistic healing point of view, where it's all about mindset. It's all about physical, mental, spiritual health, like really connecting mind, body, soul, understanding who you are. Because if you don't have that accountability within yourself, if you don't feel happy, like, you can have tons of money and just be miserable. So, it's like, it's that inner work, it's that inner healing work that is probably the hardest. It is one of the hardest things because we want to not acknowledge it, and that's why we go to drugs, drinking, food addictions. And we look at drugs and drinking intense, but food addiction is just as bad. Sex addiction is just as bad. Like, all these things, it's just some, maybe you can, drug addiction, they might not be able to actually live a normal life, because other than, food addiction too, if you get really big, you can't, you're getting diabetes, all these things. So my goal in life is to become as pure as possible within myself, which means like integrity, being honest with myself, being honest with other people, being pure with the food that I put in my body. And that's where like I started getting into such a holistic mindset and researching about neuroscience, psychology, neuroplasticity, how meditation can actually change and heal your brain, heal your body. And it's really because our attention span is very short nowadays, that we have all these like distractions around us. I've been listening that it's only like, we only pay attention to like 46% of the information coming in. So pretty much 52% of information that we're retaining, or information that's coming in, that we're not even like paying attention to, or we're not even retaining that. And that's because our attention span, I can't ever say it right. Our span of attention is so short. So they've done so much science on meditation and how meditation actually grows like different parts of the brain. Like, It's just absolutely amazing, and I'll post more videos. I don't want to get too into that. I just wanted to share my story and hopefully to inspire someone that you're not too old to start something new. You can do anything you want, and I mean, honestly, I have a lot of goals that I want to accomplish, and I'll share that as well. And it's been hard, now that I'm finally like on the right path, completely sober, completely clean. I love it. Doing martial arts every single day. Martial arts has been such a big part of my health and fitness journey. And after this, I'm at a Muay Thai camp. After Muay Thai, I want to go to a Kung Fu school for 1 or 2 years. So I'll possibly be like 20 or 32, 33 when I get out of Kung Fu. And then I would like to sail the world. Obviously record all this, sail the world. I want to get my skydiving license. I'd like to get my pilot license. So pretty much life is just starting for me, if you can see what I'm saying. I have many goals, but also with this channel, I want to, so why I'm called Miss Baby Ninja Philanthropist is obviously I'm on the path of a ninja warrior, becoming a ninja, becoming free in my body, seeing what my body can be capable of, honestly. And with that, philanthropist, I just have such a big heart for helping people, and I've always been that way. I've always helped people and gave people literally the shirt off my back. But back in the day, I didn't have the money or the resources or the projects that I want to do now, and that's why I have my YouTube channel, is so I can build, and when I start making revenue online, is I can actually help people and do bigger missions. And that's my website, Rock in Kindness, where we rock kindness, and RK Missions, where I'm doing missions myself, and then also with the money and the revenue, we're going to be doing bigger missions. I really like what Mr. Beast is doing. It's kind of crazy because I've had these thoughts of like him, like how he's I've had like the same thoughts of what he's doing right now is exactly what I want to do, like with helping orphanages and feeding people all around the world, and just things that billionaires and millionaires have money to do, but they don't do it. So I really want to step up to the plate and make that happen. So I'm also training for a fight right now, my first fight, and the reason I want to fight obviously is to become a ninja warrior. Not like the actual show, but I just ninja and a warrior, so when I do the fighting, I want to do for the awareness of child trafficking. I think children are so important, and I don't think we realize how many children are going missing a year, and these nasty mother effers are hurting children. Children are disappearing, So what can I do about it right now? I can bring some awareness to it, and so I actually want to do an actual physical fight and fight for the awareness of child trafficking, hopefully raising some money and to connect with some organizations that are actually doing some good work, because I really want to get involved in that, and I really want to help as much as I can. I mean, in the future, I'd like to go undercover, that would be, I would say it's going to be fun, but that's a little bit dangerous. But yeah, it would be fun. That's what I like to do. I want to help. I want to give back. I want to make a difference. So that's why I need to train like a ninja. Just so, I got my ninja skills up. I have makeup on today. I never really put on makeup, but as you can tell, I just posted another video where it was like English teaching job, and so I just kind of covered my tattoo with my makeup because I needed to send in a video. So hopefully I get that job, because I don't really have a job right now. I saved up enough money to pay for this big trip, and actually, so I'm trying to find an online job, and then in finding that online job, I want to hopefully just my YouTube channel grow and blow up so I can do these things and help people and just share and inspire people around the world. So help me with that, is like spread my content, and because I only want to do good things with the money. I really just have, since I have no kids, I have no boyfriend, hi future boyfriends, I do want like a ninja boyfriend, to help me like do the things that I want to do. But that's hard to find someone that just wants to be so free, and you really have to be on that like kind of same life path with the same values and understanding, because I am a big conspiracy theorist too, there's just a lot of things to question in the world, and that's fine. I think you're supposed to question things, because if you just believe everything you're told, then you might be naive to, some deception. So I think that is very, very important. Let's see here. So yeah, here I am in Thailand. Before Thailand, I was in Honduras. I just did my dive master. So I want to just do one challenge after another. And like I said, when I start gaining a lot of followers and making a lot of money, then I could start giving back and giving to people, handing out money on the street. Like, that's all I want to do, is literally there's so many children, there's so many families, there's so many people in need that need money other than me. I don't really need money. I don't need objects. I don't spend money on objects. I spend money on food and places I need to be at that moment. Other than that, when I have a bundle of money, I can just give. I'm a simple person. I don't need much to be happy. But we all need money to survive and to thrive, actually, to do the things that we want to do. And unfortunately, money is powerful. Money is trees. Like, money comes from trees. Money is paper. So I'm really I struggle with money my whole life, and it was, I was on drugs too. I never really saved any money. I just spent it all. And now I'm trying to regrow that relationship with money. So that's always fun. So I mean, if you're watching this and you'd like to donate to me, that would be lovely. I'll definitely post down my PayPal and my Venmo and all those things below. Donations are always welcome, because it definitely helps me eat and stuff like that, so I can just create content and focus on what's most important, which is inspiring people and digging deep into, the brain and the mind, and just being a good person. And, a lot of people need to see this content. And I want to be completely vulnerable as well. It's like, that's why I'm sharing this story, because I think vulnerability is very powerful, as so many people on social media just like post on social media this life, but they never post behind the scenes, or like the things that they go through, or like, sometimes life is not easy. Life is not easy, and we go through a lot of challenges, and you don't find a lot of the honest truth on people's lives, or like what they went through to get to the certain place that they're at. And it's nice, it's kind of cool to kind of see where I'm at now and see where I'll be at in a couple years, and really have that faith and believe. So right now, my schedule, what does my daily schedule look like? I am very, very disciplined, but at the same time, I feel like I can be way, way more disciplined. So I wake up. There's 2 trainings a day. If I don't do the training in the morning, I'll wake up and I will do a Wim Hof breath session. I do it every morning, Wim Hof breathing session, and then I'll do like 15 to 20 minute like Joe Dispenza meditation. And then I will probably make a video or get some ideas about a video, do some research, eat breakfast, which is only fruit, obviously. Yeah, I really do only eat fruits and nuts and seeds and stuff like that. How does my energy feel? Where do I get my protein? A lot of people are going to ask, where do I get my protein? There is protein in fruits and nuts. There is protein in everything I eat. So that question is like, just, I don't know, it's like so old news. But most people don't know, so for me it's old news, so I apologize for saying that. If you don't know, then yeah, there's protein in everything. All fruits and vegetables pretty much have protein. Let's see here. Yeah, so, and then I'll maybe go lay out in the sun, meditate some more. I'm kind of meditating all day, if you want to know the truth. I'm really into the science of meditation, and I have seen, like I said, if we go back to when I was like 23, 24, 25, I had really, really, really bad anxiety and depression and all these things where I was put on all these medications. And I got off all of them, and it was because my thoughts would wander back to my past or my present. My present was just disturbing, and so I didn't want to be anywhere in my present moment. So, any pill that I could pop to take away the present moment would help me in that moment. So then, when you want to become completely sober and get off even all these pills, you have to face yourself. So So I've noticed literally the meditation has helped my worry go away, anxiety go away. Like I don't have worry or anxiety of where I'm going in the future now. I still sometimes have thoughts, but like that anxiousness is not behind it anymore. And I swear it's because of the meditation. And of course, because I'm, I love God and I love Jesus, and I find this spiritual essence about connecting, having a God to love, having, looking up to someone and serving them. I am a missionary for Jesus. I am a missionary for Jesus. Like that's my plan, to do missionary work the rest of my life. It's just so important, If I can do it, I'm gonna do it, and I have the body to do it. I have both of my arms, I have both of my legs. Like I'm so grateful. I'm still alive. After everything I've been through, I am still alive and I'm learning how to thrive. Now, one thing that, like I said earlier, is my finances are not up to par. Like some days I really don't know how I'm going to feed myself, but God always comes through with a way. I'm just really depending on social media right now, that something will go viral or something will blow up in the name of God. Thank you. And it's not about being famous, but it's about what I can share with the world and what I can get done with this platform is amazing, to what I can share, the connections I can have, and what I can actually accomplish in life to help people, to help the oceans, to help the planet, just like amazing things. So about my traveling journey. So before this I was in Honduras. I did all the way to my dive master. Before that I lived in Costa Rica for a year working with conservation, making giant sculptures out of beach trash. I made like 4 or 5 giant sculptures in a year, and I'm talking giant, like as big as like a mini car. Out of trash and junk. So that was a crazy experience that I did that. I picked up a lot of trash, and I've always done that. I've always picked up trash, always been into cleaning up the environment and being with conservation. I think it's so important to keep our planet clean, because Mother Earth, this is our mother. Like this is Mother Earth. Like we all live on her together, That's the thing. People would say like I'm some kind of hippie. I guess I'm half hippie, half businesswoman, because like I'd like to go live in the jungle, in a tree house, definitely on an island in the future, but I have some major things to accomplish first before we have this healing center on an island in the jungle, excuse me. I've been talking for 22 minutes. I was like, oh, this video is going to be short, but it really is not short. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so before Costa Rica, I volunteered there for a year, working with the children, the school system, the animals there, the rescue center, conservation, cleaning up plastic bottles, turning bottle caps into bracelets, like literally you name it, I did it in conservation. So I really gained a lot of experience, and I was like a manager there too, so I really learned a lot about managing a conservation. It was an amazing experience. Before that, I think I was in Alaska, or was that Panama? Okay, if the time frame is off. So I was in Alaska. I worked with sled dogs in Alaska, like 20 sled dogs, and I really wanted to go see what was up with these sled dogs, because a lot of dogs in Alaska, like sled dogs, they are abused. Some owner will have like 50 dogs at a time, and they'll all be chained up, and it's just a really sad, environment. So I went and I saw how it was, and the guy that I actually stayed with, he had like 19 dogs, 18 dogs, and he treated them the best he could, like they were his kids. So I really respected that, but he did tell me, like, I learned a lot about like how some of them are treated, and it's not okay. So Alaska, Panama, I lived on a giant, like pretty much cruise ship in Panama, on the Panama Canal. That was a great experience. I was working in the engine room, doing like deck work, really intensive work. So I did a work trade there. I lived on this huge ship. It was a really cool experience. I also lived on a sailboat in the Virgin Islands. That was like my first time sailing. I absolutely fell in love. So I definitely want to have, like, other than the treehouse jungle house, I want to have my own sailboat, and that's when I want to have kids, is on a sailboat. and let them see the world through sailing. I think that that's the way to see the world, is to travel the world instead of reading it out of a history book. That just honestly doesn't make any sense to me, is to learn something out of a history book when we have this whole world in front of us. And I guess some people don't have that opportunity, but if I'm going to be able to have that opportunity, I want my kids to see the world through sailing the world, and experiencing life in a different world other than mine, because I didn't enjoy school whatsoever. Virgin Islands, Hawaii. I lived in Hawaii multiple times. I started working on an organic farm there. I fell in love with the organic farm. I have traveled the whole United States pretty much. I built a van. I built a bed in the back of my SUV, like van, and I traveled the United States with that. Oh, you get a haircut. Nice. Beautiful. What was I saying? That's one of the Thai trainers. They're so nice here. I love it here. So I live in a dorm here, just so you guys know. Yeah, so I've done a ton of things. I'm very adventurous, and I just want to keep on doing things. And doing things for good and making a difference in the world. So I think that's what I'll leave it at right now. I have to actually, look at me looking at the watch. I have to get ready for training, and I think I'm gonna post this video right now too. There's not much really to edit. I think I'm just gonna add on some captions. Yeah, I love you guys. Say something, ask me any questions below in the comments, and if you want to donate, it would be blessing. Thank you. Oh, also, yeah, so I have a website too where I sell t-shirts. Each t-shirt has a mission on it. That's like my grand scheme of the plan. I don't know, it feels like I'm saying scam. I don't like that. How do you say it? The grand scheme of life of my plan is to everyone, like the t-shirts, when you buy a t-shirt, it has a mission on it. It says hug 50 people, go to a children's hospital, give out gifts. Each t-shirt has a mission on it. So when you buy the t-shirt, you have to complete the mission, and then you share with me, you share with the channel the mission you completed, and we post it on here. So that is the future plan of what we're focused on, is little missions and big missions. Yay! I love you guys so much. And yeah, I have almost 250 subscribers now, and I'm feeling good. You gotta stay consistent, because consistency is key, and one day it will happen. Bye.